Rain hammered Neo-Seoul's streets in relentless sheets. Lin Mei pressed herself against the cold steel of a noodle stand awning, her breath coming in short bursts. Above her, sirens wailed through the neon-drenched darkness, the city's usual symphony of chaos. But tonight was different. Tonight everything converged on a single point. Kael Joon. The folder felt heavy in her grip, though it weighed nothing. Inside were the faces she'd memorized long ago, her parents smiling in a photograph that now felt like evidence. Their deaths hadn't been an accident. She'd spent 3 years tracing the web of lies, and every thread led here, to the man whose name made even Neo-Seoul's elite speak in whispers. The glass tower loomed before her, all sharp angles and reflective surfaces. Her pulse thundered as she stepped inside. The elevator ascended in oppressive silence, 62 floors. When the doors opened, polished marble stretched before her, reflecting nothing of the storm raging in her chest. He was there, leaning against the reception desk with calculated casualness, his dark eyes missing nothing. "You shouldn't be here." His voice was low, controlled, but edged with something dangerous. "I came for answers." The words emerged stronger than she felt. Kael studied her with the intensity of someone appraising a rare artifact. His head tilted slightly. "Answers are expensive and dangerous." "I can handle danger." He pushed off from the desk in one fluid motion, deliberate and predatory. "We'll see." His gaze shifted to the rain-streaked windows. "Do you know what it's like to lose everything, survive it, only to be hunted again? To watch the world try to break you twice? I don't care how powerful you are." She stepped closer, refusing to be intimidated. "I came for the truth." The silence stretched between them like a living thing. Then, as if amused by her audacity, he spoke. "You're brave, dangerous even. But fire burns the hands that wield it." Something in his tone made the city outside fade away. She glimpsed a flicker of vulnerability behind his armor, brief but unmistakable. "Why are you hesitating?" she pressed. His lips curved slowly. "Because for once someone isn't afraid of me. Not cowering, not groveling. Someone alive. I'm alive, yes. And I intend to make you answer for what you did." A soft chuckle, cold enough to make her blood freeze. "I didn't act alone." "That's what you don't understand, but do you think you're the first to come for me? I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to take back what's mine." Kael closed the distance between them. "What if I told you the truth is darker than you imagine? That the line between justice and revenge is thinner than a razor's edge? Then I'll cross it," she whispered, steel underlying her fear. The moment hung suspended. Outside, Neo-Seoul's storm echoed the tension in the room. "You'll regret walking into my world," he murmured, his voice dropping to ice. "But I admit, there's something captivating about your fire. Save your games." He circled her slowly, each step measured. "This isn't a game. It's survival. Tonight you may survive, or become part of something you can't escape. I'm not afraid of surviving. I'm afraid of failing, and I don't fail." Something flickered in his expression. Surprise, perhaps respect. Then the predator's mask returned. "Fine," he said finally. "Let's begin." 2 hours later, Lin Mei emerged alive but shaken. She had fragments now, pieces of truth wrapped in lies and half-revelations, enough to glimpse the web Kael had spun around her parents' deaths. The rain punished the streets as she slipped into a quiet alley. Her phone buzzed. John Park, her university friend, safe, simple, normal. "Meeting for coffee. You look like you need a break." Safety beckoned like a warm hearth. She typed back, "Yes." Moonlight Cafe in 20. The cafe embraced her with the scent of roasted beans and soft lighting. Joon stood as she entered, his smile genuine and uncomplicated. "You look like you've been through a war," he said gently, pulling her into a hug. "I needed this," she admitted, sinking into the familiar comfort. Something normal. They ordered coffee and spoke of simpler times. Safe, unremarkable, perfect. Jun reached across the table, his hand brushing hers. I heard about your parents. I'm so sorry. Thank you. She pulled back gently, her chest tightening. Some things can't be explained. Are you okay? I'll survive. What she didn't see was Kael Joon in the shadows across the street, watching, calculating. Inside his car, Juno shifted uncomfortably beside him. She'll know it was you if you make a move, boss. Kael's gaze never left Lin Mei. I don't care. If anyone touches her, they disappear. No questions, no hesitation. Isn't this going too far? I'm protecting what's mine. When Lin Mei laughed at something June said, the sound cut through him like a blade. That night, Lin Mei returned to her apartment humming softly, a warmth in her chest she hadn't felt in years. She didn't notice the shadows in the corner or the figure seated in darkness, glass in hand. You scared me, she gasped, stopping mid-step. Good. Kael didn't move. Why are you sitting in the dark? He rose, stepping into the dim light. The man you were with today. The one who made you smile. His words were deliberate, carefully chosen. Who is he? Her breath caught. You had me followed. I protect what's mine. I'm not yours, she choked out. Aren't you? His hand cupped her jaw, thumb brushing her lower lip with dangerous gentleness. She shivered despite herself. This marriage, this arrangement, it's just a contract. Is it? He leaned close, his breath warm against her ear. You belong to me now. Your smiles, your laughter, your time, all mine. If I see another man touch you, he won't walk away. She should have been terrified. She was. But something inside her flared. Defiance mixed with a forbidden thrill she couldn't name. Morning arrived with pink and gold light bleeding through the blinds. Lin Mei had barely finished her tea when her phone buzzed. June. Coffee again. You need a break from this madness. She smiled faintly. Safety, normalcy. The life she'd almost forgotten. But before she could reply, another message appeared. Unknown number. Be careful who you trust. Some people wear masks. -KJ. Her stomach dropped. She typed back angrily. I can handle myself. The reply was instant. Can you? That afternoon, a package waited on her doorstep. Inside, a single black rose with a note. I'm always watching. -KJ. Her hands trembled with anger and something else, something she refused to acknowledge. Part of her wanted to throw it away. Part of her couldn't. Evening found her at an abandoned warehouse, following a lead on one of Kael's former employees who'd gone rogue. Every shadow whispered danger. Every step forward felt like walking a tightrope. Lin Mei. A voice emerged from the darkness. You shouldn't be here. A tall figure appeared, black leather jacket, sharp eyes. Kai Ren, the informant. I need answers, she said, voice steady despite her racing heart. They exist, but you're not ready for them. Try me. He hesitated, then pulled back a tarp, revealing files and photographs. Kael's not just involved in your parents' deaths. He's protecting something bigger. Someone bigger. Who? Before he could answer, footsteps echoed through the warehouse, too precise, too quiet. Kael emerged from the shadows, rain dripping from his black coat. You're curious? I like that. Dangerous and intelligent, you inherited more than you realize. Why? Her voice broke slightly. Why did you let them die? His expression darkened, the ice cracking to reveal something almost human. They were in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I never wanted you hurt. Not you. Not me. You watch me, threaten me, send me black roses like some kind of... She couldn't finish. Like what? He moved closer, voice dropping to barely above a whisper. Like someone who won't let anyone harm what's his? Because that's exactly what I am. Her heart pounded with fear, anger, and an undeniable pull toward him that terrified her more than anything else. Days blurred together. Lin Mei pored over files, tracing financial records and shipping manifests. She was close, closer than ever. But she couldn't ignore the memory of his eyes, his touch, the dangerous warmth that lingered on her skin. Jun called repeatedly, worried. Mei, you need to step back. This is getting dangerous. I can't. I'm too close to the truth. Then let me help you. Promise me you won't disappear. I promise, she whispered, though she wasn't sure if she was lying. Kael watched from his usual vantage point across the street, jaw clenched. Every time she met with Joon, possessive fury rose in his chest. He tried to remain the cold, calculating man everyone feared, but she ignited something primal he couldn't extinguish. Boss, Juno said carefully, this obsession, it's not an obsession. Kael's voice was ice. It's inevitability. That night, Lin Mei found another envelope on her doorstep. Inside, a photo of her parents on their wedding day, young and hopeful. Across the bottom, a single line. They trusted the wrong people. Don't make the same mistake. Days passed in a blur of planning and tension. Lin Mei and Jun worked carefully, gathering evidence, building their case. But every encounter with Kael intensified the pull between them. Every stolen glance, every brush of his hand, every moment he watched her with that mixture of threat and protection. One evening she approached his private estate, Jun beside her. The gates loomed like dark sentinels. Using an electronic device, she bypassed the lock, and they slipped inside. The interior was a labyrinth of steel and shadow. Their footsteps echoed as they moved deeper. "Do you hear that?" Jun hissed. A faint humming resonated through the corridors, mechanical yet almost human. The lights snapped on. Kael stood at the corridor's end, leaning against the wall, eyes glinting. "You always find a way," he said softly. "Curious, reckless, dangerous. I admire it, and I hate it." "Why?" Lin Mei's voice shook with fury. "Why did you let them die?" His expression softened fractionally. "I never wanted you hurt. Everything I've done was to protect what you'd inherit. And you," Jun stepped forward, "she's not a pawn. Don't manipulate her." Kyle's gaze shifted, dark and lethal. "And you think you can protect her? You have no idea what's coming." Lin Mei moved closer to Kael, defiant despite her trembling. "I don't need protection. I need the truth." For a long moment he simply looked at her, weighing something. Then he pulled out a folder, photographs, files, evidence of a corruption network that extended far beyond what she'd imagined. The truth about her parents' tampered brakes, falsified records, and the mysterious figure behind it all. "It was all planned," she breathed. Kael nodded slowly. "And the people responsible are closer than you think. Some you've trusted." Jun interjected. "We need authorities outside this web." "No," Lin Mei said firmly. "I need to face this myself." Kyle's eyes softened. "You're brave, reckless, perfect." His hand brushed hers, electric, intimate, terrifying. "But if you do this, I can't promise to stay back." "I can handle it." He leaned closer. "You don't have to." Not alone, not ever. Hours blurred as they moved through the estate, accessing secure rooms and surveillance footage. The shadowy figure emerged from the data, someone within the corporate elite, previously untouchable without proof. Kael never left her side, watching every expression, protective and possessive. "Do you trust me?" he asked at one point, hand brushing her arm. "I have to," she admitted. "But don't think I forgive you." A dark smile curved his lips. "I don't expect forgiveness. I expect truth, and maybe this." He closed the distance, lips meeting hers in a kiss that was both claim and confession, possessive yet reverent. Lin Mei's knees weakened, overwhelmed by fear and longing. When they parted, she whispered breathlessly, "You're impossible." "And you're irresistible," he replied, eyes dark with intent. By dawn, the evidence was secure. Lin Mei held the folder like a lifeline, exhausted yet exhilarated. "I have to go public," she said, voice shaking. "The world needs the truth." Kyle's expression darkened. "Going public puts you in danger." "I don't need saving. I need justice." He studied her, then nodded slowly. "Then I'll fight beside you. But afterward, you're mine. Understand?" Her breath caught. "I understand." Weeks later, Neo-Seoul blazed with media coverage. Lin Mei's exposé had revealed corruption at the highest levels. Those responsible were arrested or disappeared into the city's shadows. Through it all, Kael remained constant. One evening at the Moonlight Cafe, as the city glittered outside, he approached quietly. "You're incredible," he said, brushing hair from her face. Lin Mei smiled faintly. "And you're still impossible." He laughed softly. "I'll take that as a compliment." Their eyes met, the world fading around them. Danger, desire, revenge, redemption, all woven together in their complicated, irreversible connection. "You belong with me," he whispered. "Maybe," she admitted with a small, dangerous smile. "But I belong to myself first." Kael's expression was approving, almost tender. "Fair enough. But I'll be here, watching, waiting. Always." As city lights shimmered outside, Lin Mei realized their story was far from over. Love and obsession, revenge and redemption, twisted together in ways neither could fully untangle. And she wouldn't have it any other way. The storm had passed, but its echoes would resonate through Neo-Seoul streets forever. Some truths, once uncovered, can never be buried again. Some connections, once forged in fire, can never be broken. If this story captivated you, let us know in the comments what you think happens next in Lin Mei and Kael's dangerous dance. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that push the boundaries of love, danger, and redemption.